Call of Duty League is brought to you by Metro by T-Mobile. Stay connected to what matters most with the best value in wireless.
During the Minnesota Røkkr home series this weekend, we will be raising money to stop police brutality and help rebuilding efforts in Minnesota. Our players have chosen to wear this message on their jerseys. #Justice for George Floyd. The Call of Duty League stands firmly against racism, inequality, and injustice. Let's make change together. Activision Blizzard has made a donation and set up a goal of raising over $4 million to help provide transformative opportunities to Black Americans to eliminate systemic racism and discrimination. Go to callofdutyleague.com/impact for organizations recommended by our teams with information on how to get involved. Well, welcome back, friends. It's been, I don't even know where to start. What a crazy day this has been. A very, very great day for Call of Duty. Exciting matches nonetheless. And again, trying to make a real difference here. So do what you can, everyone, to reach out to friends, family members, members of your community, people of color. Just try to learn stories. Try to understand why this is happening, where this is coming from, and what we can do to make a difference to make this better for everyone around us, man. Crazy day. Boys, I know we want to talk a lot about what we have just seen. Probably the most ridiculous search and destroy round I can think of, I can remember. But we got to get into the next game. Got to get into the next matchup. We have a very cool one coming up. We, of course, have the Florida Mutineers going up against the Chicago Huntsmen. This is the first time we will see Pristini play his former teammates. And if I'm not mistaken, this is still a perfect run so far for the Florida Mutineers. They have yet to lose to the Chicago Huntsmen. Now that Pristini's on the other side of the board, though, boys, is this going to be any different?
I think it's a very different team. I think Pristini out with them on the other side of the wall here, and it's a tough one. It really is. I think again, you got one.
Phil, maybe muted, I believe.
Hello.
You may be back, Phil.
That is my. I'll hold my hands up. That was terrible. That was myself. I've muted myself. But no, I'm excited to see it. Pristini on the other side of the team this time around. It's going to be very, very different. I don't know how much of an impact Awakening can do for this squad. I don't know what he can really do to kind of impact a current champion. But Pristini, for me, he has been kind of the missing piece of the puzzle for the Huntsmen.
Yeah, the debut stats for Pristini there again. I mean, dude, not a bad start, right? And you got him in the first event. You're straight into a new team. You win an event.
It just seems like he came into a team that really wanted to get better. You know, like, they pick up Pristini, and he's super aggressive. He's not really going to be outspoken on this roster when issues arise, and that's kind of what they wanted. They wanted somebody to come into the team, play their role, and not really try to break down any of their gameplay. So it's worked for players like Formal. I think Formal had his best showing yet at the last tournament. He was playing extremely disciplined, and I think they look like the best team they've been throughout the year at the last tournament. They played as a team, and they look like they were way more disciplined. So I think Pristini solved a lot of their issues.
Well, let's have a look at Florida's game fuel keys to victories. And again, we're talking about what they need to be doing. And again, with the addition of a new player, Nameless, brand new squad, how are we going to look?
Yeah, so Awakening can fix a lot of this team's issues. I thought that their biggest issue was that they live or died by Mox. Unfortunately, what the meta in this game for Mox is that it is really a sub's paradise, right? A submachine gun, and he's just not the best submachine gun player, and Skies is a bit of a better AR, so it put them in a bad position. Typically, the teams in this game that struggle, they have two really strong ARs, and they can't put it together, and that was holding the Mutineers back. So if Awakening can be a gap filler and play great with that submachine gun, it can fix a lot of their issues.
Let's talk about the Huntsman's game fuel keys to victory now.
Yeah, so I think the biggest improvement for the Huntsman was Formal. I honestly believe that in the respawns, he was playing his role and he was not trying to do more. You know, for an AR, less is more, and he was doing it. I think Pristini being on this team has allowed Formal to just become himself again. We were waiting for the last year and a half or so to see if it would happen, and it's happened. So excited to see the future of these guys, and if he can play discipline, they can continue to be great.
Again, they're definitely one of the favorites to win this event alongside FaZe, albeit maybe now there's some shakes there in the FaZe camp. I mean, Seattle were looking good, and of course, Dallas Empire, another favorite to take this whole tournament. Yet to see them play yet to see Minnesota go as well, but that's going to be the game starting very, very soon. Nameless, brother, thank you as always for the keys to victory. Thank you for the good chat, quality bants, and the good vibes, my man. We will see you probably in the next segment. Philip.
Well, that's it for me today. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, man.
Yep.
It's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure, but the game is underway, and we're already getting into the first hard point here between Huntsmen and the Mutineers. Again, Awakening, I think, is going to be on everyone's eyes. Everyone's looking at him, and it's interesting because, you know, previous events, it was Pharaoh, it was Prestini, and I think, you know, time will tell, obviously, who these teams are. But Miles, we're seeing a little bit of a different MP5 there. It's a different MP5. What is that, Miles? I've never seen it before.
Maybe it's going to go away now, but yeah, nice to see a little bit of a mix-up here. He talks about the Uzi's viability in competitive, competing against the MP5. So, there it is. Envoy still rocking it, still making it work. So, no one really able to get into the hard point. It was 25 seconds remaining. Florida Mutineers finally get on board, finally able to get a bit of time, but we are seeing that mounting pressure still. Control the right-hand side of the map, control the next. Havoc trying to find those routes through mid, not able to get too much done. We got spawns.
Yeah, and we all know, of course, Prestini was kind of such a hard role to fill. Envoy still using that Uzi, so I'd like to see a little bit more of that. I know our observers, of course, listening to our every word as we jump on board with Envoy. Absolutely love it, Envoy. The discussion goes on. Honestly, I've given up at this point. I forget which one it is on a weekly basis. So, yeah, as we go into the next one, we see a firm hold here from the Huntsmen, of course, on the white side of the minimap. The little teal green is going to be the Mutineers. Awakening, though, a good start here at 5-5.
5-5. We still have that in the hands of Envoy. Really giving this one a go. I'm not sure about too many of the attacks he's running. And he's trying to make Awakening on your screen. Debut performance here in the Call of Duty League, trying to get 6-5 and a little bit of time. Grace his presence.
And the one thing about Awakening... I was going to say the one thing about Awakening, I think we both are in the same position. If we've not had the privilege of seeing too much of him, I know last year he was kind of running a lot of the amateur side of things. You know, speaking to some of the casters who have had the privilege of commentating over him, have said they've been excited and really anticipating his kind of entrance towards the pro level. So a bit of a maniac in his own right. So I'm definitely keen to see what he can bring towards the table, but certainly seems like that aggressive MP5 player. And again, you know, very much kind of getting the vibes of Mac in a certain way too.
Yeah, early still start for him. Mid. Take care of his push now, developing slowly and surely as Awakening in that hardcore. Envoy using 9mm, rips his way through a couple of players. Can't quite find the other ones. A reload does come through in the last possible seconds. Hardcore is pretty solid now for the Mutineers. Awakening goes down finally, so the rotation's already underway, looking like it's going to be a Huntsman over towards the cargo containers.
Yeah, 2 seconds left here, as 76 is the point of the Mutineers. However, with Huntsmen down by around 30 points, they're going to be looking to crawl their way back into this one. Now, they do have full control. You see Envoy taking control over by the forest, and of course by this power position that is the rock. One player is going to run straight into him. That's going to be Havoc with the MP5, and he's going to deal with Scump as well. Prestini, 5-13, not a second of objective time. He'll be looking to turn that around. Of course, him playing his former teammates. And a few different players as well, but a 3-kill streak now for Awakening at 12-7. Havoc finding himself 13 already. We are seeing a Mutineers team that is clearly very slay heavy and, I will say, very aggressive with the subs.
Yeah, it's really working out. A couple of kills going the way of Chicago now, as they will probably get the range on the second. The rotation is now underway. Mutineers have got players in position already. Scarm on the turn, managed to catch Havoc there. Beautiful shots. As he managed to keep a semblance of mid-map control. Make their way across now. Far left side of the map away. Locked and loaded now. Mutineers, they've lined this one up. They've got players on every block. How will Scump go for the break?
Hopefully not alone.
Well, hopefully not alone with a flash to throw. Can't quite get too much out of it. Has to look in every direction. Here comes the teammates. So Arsenal's on the backside. Envoy lights one up in the front door. They're still keeping the pressure mounted. They're trying to find something in now through the back. The Huntsmen trailing at this point in time. The Mutineers are able to get the time while holding this position. Slow push now from the Huntsmen is going to cost them on the scoreboard. But if they get this break, maybe to get another 30 out of this.
Slow and steady wins the race for Arstes there. He's very patient at the back here, trying to deal the spawns. He finds this third in a row there. But it was more importantly that second kill, which he made onto a player over by Forest. Awakening is going to be taken down by Envoy with a quick 180. And he's going to find himself a second as well. Honestly, it's just so refreshing to see something else here. And I'm enjoying it here. Envoy absolutely loving it here. 17 and 10. I don't know what he's running on it. But I tell you what, tweet him, ask him about the lowdown. I'm sure he'll be so willing to share, of course, as Osities and Prestini find another pair aside. We're going to go back to our original one right in the middle. And honestly, there's hardly anything split in the bill right now at 112 to 112. It is a dead even matchup. Certainly the players having better starts than others. Prestini will be looking to turn that around. He's found himself an M4, and maybe he's going to be able to lock down this site over by the containers too.
That was Roy's 8th kill before going down. Powerful work. But again, close to the test here. One's really be further out the Huntsmen if they want to get to the hard point. And again, Mutineers in a solid spot now to trade out this time. They can let that go. Get a solid chunk coming out of next. Trying to make his way in through that side of the forest. We talked about how slow he's got to play now. He can play now with these fast-paced players on his team. Final 10 seconds here will be going the way of one. Watch those 3 arrows on the right-hand side of the map. Try to break their way through that side train. But again, they have to contend with that fortress right now. It's basically got to work with skies, whether it's from above or below. You're seeing the power of defense they have right now. A nice second kill in a row for him. 12 and 14 overall. But this angle is so difficult. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, Pharaoh with a tasty 2. The Mutineers are really starting to light this one up.
Yeah, and again, with a team like the Mutineers and the likes of Pharaoh and now Awakening partnered in with Havoc, you know, this is just pure aggression. And then you got Skies, that main assault rifle player, almost playing the role of what Formal would be doing, but he is just running out of bullets. It seems he's got himself an MP5 and now might have to get a little more up close and personal. Formal deleted. Skies is going to eventually go down to Envoy, but a big 25 seconds there for the Mutineers as the contests will come in. Smoke's going down, all getting a little bit too much in here, but Havoc deals with Envoy and Scump now. And I tell you what, more contested. It ain't over just yet, but with 10 seconds left, the rotation has gone down. It looks like the Huntsmen are first there, but will they be the last? Just Envoy versus Awakening now in a big 1v1.
That was huge, huge plays out there. Strong AR works on a map like this. I mean, that's how you get the kills and play it patiently. Now, with the rotation over towards finds one. I don't want to get too much more out of that. Envoy now with the cross. Taps in, but not enough to get Awakening. As he manages now to keep that pressure up. Pharaoh trying to can't quite get it done. Skies from the other angle now. The likes of the Mutineers. And the shots are there from Skies. A lovely 2 from him as he tries to keep this position held. Can't quite get anything more, but boy, a nice bit of work there coming out of the Mutineers. The Huntsmen remains combo. 25 seconds remaining now on the minecarts. And we have got a hard point on our hands.
Yeah, very impressed with Skies' performance so far as well. He's really been picking up the slack in a couple of areas there for the Mutineers, but Slay heavy on both sides here, going very much back and forth. 164 to 157. The last 8 seconds looks likely to go towards the Huntsman, but as one slides in, that one will be deleted. Again, it's Prestini here as we jump over towards the cargo containers. Now we're going to see some more gunfights as Frosty and Havoc push on forward, sliding around and making light work of the Huntsman, it feels.
Time now start to change hands somewhat. Florida slow, very over the awareness does manage to catch that player with a high sense and a quick turnaround. Trying to fly through, trying to make some happen. Envoy goes down again as Havoc finds his 3rd in a row. Fourth look we had is Scump finally gets stop the hard time for now. Frosty straight back on top of it, but again, this is a great play in and out. Just to stop the points coming through. Frosty, what was that?
Naughty stuff there from Frosty. 20 seconds left here, and again, this is where rotation will play its part. Last time around, Mutineers had it. This time around, it looks like the Huntsmen are the ones backing off, but Awakening isn't going to find much more. I will say Awakening, 1:04 on the hard point. 26 and 22, a very good debut against one of the top 3, it seems, here. As they start to push through this smoke now, they're going to have to break the back warehouse. Envoy's not going to let it go down easily. Prestini, though, finds that double kill as Prestini finds another 3, and he's starting to heat up. He did not have the best of starts here, but plenty of time to turn it around. That's going to be kill number 4 in a row here. Make it number 5. Prestini, that dead silence still popping. Regrouping with his squad here as he gets back around. He's going to join the squad in the hard point and look to back him up.
Here comes the Mutineers. One on the side door. Great awareness. Gets number 6 in a row. There's number 7. And oh boy, we're still going here. The big chance now for the Huntsman to take the lead. A matter of points away as the kill feed goes all the way to the Huntsman. And now the charge towards that next hard point. Awakening down the right-hand side of the map, making sure that no one manages to get out. Felt. The Mutineers are on point. Prestini finds number 8. kills come through. The Huntsmen managed to do a great bit of work there to get back into the game, but still, hardpoint now flips. Once again, Phil, we're right back to the middle. Hardpoint with a huge win over there, but the spawns did not flip. There's a play. Well, they did actually. The Huntsmen have now got the right-hand side of the map. All they need to do is stay alive here in the middle, and they can set themselves up for the win in the next hardpoint.
Envoy, when you get up close and personal, I'll tell you what, that Uzi absolutely shreds. A couple to the chest, and you have gone. Huntsmen only lead by 5 right now, but they have the spawns for the all-important next hardpoint. Formal's going to just try and keep this and lock it down. He doesn't want to overextend. He doesn't want to push too far, and this is why he's starting to back away, but he's going to be taken down by Frosty. Scump and Envoy, fine players at the train track. They are not letting anyone pass right now, and with no one on the hardpoint here, this is looking strong for the Huntsmen.
Right now, and do what they can to make sure those spawns don't flip. The two Skies trying to make something happen. It's going to fall to Scump. This line now, we've got to let that player get through. The gunfights going down the mid aren't that important. As Scump knows those shots coming through, he's got to hold this player in position. Now the reinforcements from the Mutineers trying to make their way forward. Huntsmen have to hold the line. It all comes down to this. The game will be won or lost on this hard point. Skies from down low. What a play that was to keep it alive. Arstes keeps the left flank safe. So now we've got a one flank push coming through. The Mutineers trying to get on point. Arstes cut down from behind. How many more men do we have for the Huntsmen there on the hard point? As the numbers start to dwindle, Formal now drops. It falls to Envoy. Uzi in hand. Old Faithful with 10 seconds now for the win. There's the contest. Here come the reinforcements. Huntsmen, they will lose the kills. They still have 1 or 2 players on the point, or at least close by. This hard point is not over yet.
Yeah, we need to see a contest from the Huntsmen, or I believe it does end in the Mutineers' favor just by 1 second. One little contest will delay this and will force a rotation. I'm pretty confident that a contest will come in. There it is. So we are going to get a rotation. The question is, with 17 seconds left, can the Huntsmen hold on for the 7 that they need? Arties finds the double, and just like that, Formal pre-aiming the door. It's not looking likely. Scump on the outside here by the train tracks as 2:49 ticks over. The contest comes in, but only for a second. Huntsmen take map number 1 in an 11-point map. Wow, what have we just seen? Awakening, welcome to the CDL. Oh, map 1 goes to Huntsmen.
Boy, what a stressful start to your CDL career. That was incredible. Absolutely incredible. Phil, I don't know what to say, man. What a hard point. Dude, what a hard point that was.
It was fantastic. It was a very slow start for Prestini. An explosive start for Awakening. We then see Prestini really step it up. I think it was 9 in a row that he got, and he was kind of the catalyst to change that game around almost, because again, when they rotated back towards the middle, we saw a little glimpse, and I don't know if you guys saw it as well, in the bottom right-hand side of your screen, just above the weaponry, if whatever they're using, you see a camera pop up, and it was highlighting Envoy just watching that flank at the train tracks. He makes a very important kill with that Uzi, let it be known, and again, keeps those spawns. Huntsman really kind of stepped it up, but I will say, Awakening, 66 interactions with 1:20 on the clock there for the squad. Clearly a very good player.
Yeah, not a bad pickup again for the Mutineers, but I will say this is 1 map down in a 5-map series where if we can see a turnaround here for the Huntsmen, they've got to try to beat their old rivals, the Mutineers. But our quick scope brought to you by the US Air Force is just on its way. And boy, not 2 teams to be sneezed at whatsoever. Again, these are the top 5 teams we're working with. There's an 80-point difference in the CDL points, Phil. But I mean, their record against each other is very, very tight. I mean, Mutineers have still got the reins over them somewhat. But Chicago, I mean, 16-4 to 9-8. I mean, this is not necessarily that close on paper, but in game, I mean, this is a fantastic series.
It really is, and I think, yes, you have your favorite. Yes, we were going into this whole tournament going, the top 3. Huntsmen are in that. Mutineers, they're not. There's a reason for that. Huntsmen right now, they currently sit right at the top with that 180 CDL points. Credit to them. But they are a team that haven't had the chances against the likes of Dallas and FaZe, and Mutineers, they're chopping right at the bottom there. They're trying to get into this top 3. And of course, the maps and modes that, of course, we will be seeing will be Search and Destroy. We're going to get some more Arcloth. You'll be happy to know, Miles.
Very.
Domination on Hackney, and then we're going to end on Ramazet if we need it. And I actually think by the way the Mutineers were playing map number 1, I don't see this as a quick 3-0. I see this potentially going to a map 4. I think the respawn's going to be pretty dominant coming in from the Huntsmen. Excited for this Arcloth Peak Search and Destroy.
Oh, man, I cannot wait for this Arcloth Peak Search and Destroy. It's going to be very, very exciting indeed. But yeah, this is a close series. Tougher, again, these newcomers coming into the squad. This is only Pristini's second home series now, playing with the Huntsmen. As you can see on your screen, what a squad that is. You know, absolute juggernauts across the board. Big team players, big winners across, you know, from left to right. Let's be honest, man. But Pristini, second event he's only had with them. On the other side of the board, though, for the Florida Mutineers, this is Awakening's first debut professional match. And again, against a team like this, you have to think the pressure's high. You've got to think the expectations of himself are way up there. And maybe it's unfair to judge his performance against a squad like this. But so far, man, I mean, Nameless alluded to it somewhat, that it's an SMG player's game right now. You know, he's the kind of adjustment that was really going to benefit this squad right now. You really let Skies lean back and become that main AR role. It seems to be working out with Awakening on the team.
Yeah, and Awakening is clearly a very talented player. There's a reason that this guy has been picked up for this squad. You know, he's joined a team which was a championship team. You know, these guys won. However, you know, they've had a bit of a dip in form. I think they're a very strong team. They're a team that can test anyone in the league at any given time. And I think Huntsman is a tough ask by all means. This is a very strong squad. But I think, what, was it 11 points in that hard point? It certainly could have gone either way. And with Search and Destroy, I'm excited to see what Awakening can bring to the table here. Because, again, he's lit up the amateur scene, and many people have come into the pro scene from that, whether you're Simp, you're Celium, you know, you're Mac. These guys have all worked their way up, and now all eyes on Awakening.
Well, I'll see if Awakening can bring the noise in the Search and Destroy as well, or if he'll hit snooze and he'll miss that Awakening. I'll never do that again, I promise you. Here we go, straight into the Search. Huntsmen Mutineers, map number 2. Lovely start to the series, I must admit. That hardpoint was a banger, but here we go. Stack towards B for the Huntsman. Envoy putting away Old Faithful. Uzi, and now running the MP5. Excuse me.
These of course, trying to connect for the first blood with the HDR. Doesn't find anything, but Awakening on your screen. He's going to be controlling top of the bomb site as he goes back and forth. Oh, and he knows someone's in his house. He's calling for help, and he's got that help from Frosty, but Envoy is going to answer back now at 4v4.
Yeah, these exchanges on the B site now, these players are in and out of these doorways, just trying to make sure these kills come through, but they don't let that player get away with it. Skies goes down, Pristini goes down, and now we're back to square one, 4v4. Just like old days. Huntsmen are slowly making their way in through the outsides of B. They're going through the cemetery, the north side of the map. Frosty on the back line takes care of Formal. Arsty still making his way up further and further. He's that snipe in hand. Meanwhile, though, Scum, Dead Silence activated as he and Envoy are maneuvering around mid. There's the kill from Envoy. Lovely bit of work.
And more Dead Silence as well. Oh, bad timing, I was going to say, as he mantles that box, but Envoy laughs in the face of bad timing. Arsty's isn't so lucky as Frosty finds his second. Frosty, though, tagged up. And he is going to be taken down. But the bomb cannot be planted. Mutineers are going to close that one out. I'm not sure where that last player was. I wasn't checking the mini-map. Frosty making an impact on the cemetery side of the map there. Finding 2 kills. Good stuff, Mutineers.
Yeah, nice stuff. Strange round. A little slow, obviously, with the change we made. Yeah. Change we made earlier in the season to shorten round times. Does forced play, forced change, but keeps things exciting. Here we go. Mutineers now on offense. See what they can do to bring that bomb forward. We saw a little bit of B love there by the Huntsman. Now for the Mutineers, looks like A will be the area of choice. Trophies go out. Slow down the delivery of any of those throwables. I believe anyone's running a sniper right now on the Mutineers, but Arsty's still up close and personal with that HDR.
Envoy 4 kills, by the way. All 4 from the previous round. Wasn't enough, though. Smoke goes down over by the trenches here. Arsty's trying to find one player, and it could be Awakening.
Wow. He hit that fast. I mean, the pre-aim there would have been brilliant. He knew exactly where Arsty's basically was. Bomb's going to be now going down. Sniper's been eliminated. Scum playing from the top hotel position. Pristini now just overshoots the bomb site. Great spot to be in. He managed to slip through that smoke, and now nobody knows he's here. Dead Silence is still active at this point in time. Pharaoh in from behind, though. Did he catch any glimpse there of the move from Pristini? Oh, boy. Almost a kill, but no. Frosty's going to take that one. Thank you very much, mate. Skies cleans up another. The Mutineers have pounced with a blistering lethality. Formal now in a very difficult situation, but the snap is there in a 1 versus 2.
When that first player goes down, Skies go down, you see these other two just kind of back off, and rightly so. You play the clock at this point. You know it takes 7.5 to defuse the bomb. Havoc thinks up through the trench, and just like that, a second round is in the bag for the Mutineers.
Yeah, a solid round as well. It's a little slower again. We saw that early kills going their way. Arsties with that position with the snipe, you know, by broken wall, just to the lower side of the hotel, I suppose. Scum holes up top. They didn't really manage to make much happen. If Awaken's big old first blood there onto the sniper really made that A site a lot less dangerous for them. Mutineers able to play around that brilliantly, and now we go to another round. Put the Huntsmen on offense. See if they can't get themselves on the board. And for a few of them, for at least 3 of them, find a kill at the very least. Frosty with an engagement right through mid. Cracks the door.
Squeaky,
Close.
squeaky.
Pristini's going to get that first blood. Envoy's nades upstairs. They're going to try to take quick control of the B site, but peekaboo, Frosty gets away with his life. Incredible stuff to stay alive there.
Like he shut that door, he got out of the window. Very fast, very efficient. Skies backing him up now. As he slides on past Pristini, waiting at that window, though, anticipating the play, and that's going to be his second kill of the round. Bomb going down. Frosty finds a couple, maybe even more there in the bomb site. He's going to find himself 2. Dead silence pop by Scum. Challenge for Frosty with the triple. And now it's Frosty and Havoc versus 2. And just like that, he's looking for the ace. He's looking for the win. Havoc's going to take out Envoy. Arsties deletes Frosty, and now in a 1v1 with 30 seconds left. Havoc fails to jump this time around. He's going to find a different way.
Oh, come on, Havoc. You're the root man, for God's sake. Get up there, man. Climb it. He's still got Dead Silence to work with. 20 seconds left for the defuse. That's it. Dead Silence is done. And here come those thunder hoofs as he's going to charge around the corner. Arcites cranks the mix-amp, baby, and just puts a couple in his backside. The Huntsman. Oh, my word. If they had lost that round after the tremendous heroics there to keep themselves alive, despite what Frosty was doing to them, Arcites played that one as well as he possibly could. Slow and steady. Cranks the mix amp. Keeps his boys good. Wow. Man, I'm telling you, Arklov Peak Search and Destroy, it's the best.
Oh, it's incredible. I will say, Frosty was also incredible in that round there. Found his 8th kill after just 3 rounds. However, Mutineers still have the lead, and with another 90 seconds on the clock here, it looks like an A-dominant push. First kill, Mutineers.
Awakening once again with a nice opening here on A. Havoc's going to now make his way forward. That stun's going to slow him down, and the jig is now up. They know where he is. Pristini finds 3! And getting more out of this one. Kill number 4.
4 in the feed. That is a quad feed from Pristini. I was so focused on Havoc pushing up there. I didn't see Pristini's push. I didn't see where he was. But Envoy arguably steals the ace away from Pristini there. Either way, it's a round to the Huntsman.
Yeah, great round to the Huntsman as well. I mean, those kind of rounds, they hurt. There's not a whole lot you can do. Pristini finding his way with them. And again, commiserations for the ace. Could have had all 5. That'd have been nice. Tied up 2-2. Huntsman now with bomb in hand. Pristini the man of the round. Sitting at 6-3 overall. Arsties, his twin brother, putting that snipe now to work. HDR. Oh, I bet you wish he just held that line for a fraction of a second longer. That's what happens, though. Call of Duty timing at its finest. Nades go up. Skies finds 1. There's no trophy systems to cover him at this position. This ammo crate, very popular spot. And no one's able to quite get anything. 1 minute remaining on the round. Huntsman still gambling in towards A.
A lot of grenades connecting there, but not actually taking anyone out. Havoc now pushing through the smoke with Dead Silence. I think he's just seen him. Oh, can he find the second? Doesn't need to. Awakening. Waiting at the well there just outside. And now the flank is on. It's a 4v2 after Formal just finds the first of the round. It's Awakening who will fall. Numbers heavily favouring the Mutineers here in round number 5.
Heads up play from Formal back on up. Repositions immediately. There's the tags. Wow, through the fence. That was through the fence. You may not have been able to see that from home. Formal goes down. Frosty cleans him up. And wow, the Mutineers once again They gutted the Huntsmen in that round, and they did not let them get away with this one. Arsty's once again with that snipe. Not as impactful as I think he'd hoped to be. Skies biding his time, feeling himself in a big way. The confidence to charge a player like that with a snipe, where you know he's trailed on you and still get the kill. Got to start thinking about putting that sniper away if you're Arsty's and just getting involved with it. Powerful, powerful M4 he has.
The lead is swung once again to the Mutineers. Frosty 9 kills. Ferro yet to find his first. Same goes for Scump. Plenty of time, though, to turn this around. Bit of a battle through the middle here, Miles, as smokes go down. Formal connects for the first blood.
Tough spot to be in right now. That's a nade waiting to happen as Awakening and Pharaoh playing the buddy system there right in the middle of the map. Patience for Formal now. Awakening and Pharaoh really playing each other's corners now. Frosty, I beg your pardon. They've got the angles covered now. Dead Silence is now finished. Smoke goes up. Pharaoh knows something's about, but what will it be? Pristini tagged up as Arsty's manages to get that kill on the Frosty, so the bottom of the B site is not as safe as it once was. Awakening does win his engagement in the middle of the map. 35 seconds remaining. Got to get that bomb moving, boys. 3v3.
Nice kill for Arsty's there. Oh, battled back by Awakening here. 2v2. 25 seconds left on the clock. Skies is going to find Envoy, and it's all down to Scump. Looking for his first kill. Can he find 2?
20 seconds. Dead Silence is building slowly but surely. He's going to make the jump, go for the player on the arm. Here it goes. The shots are out, but Skies, the Guardian Angel right now for the Mutineers, gets another round. Again, sound was not on the side of Scump at that point in time.
Oh yeah, he certainly was hurt. Scump at best takes out one there. With a bit of timing, but...
Yeah, he's hoping to kill the player planting the bomb. That's all he's hoping for in that point in time. Great stuff again from the Mutineers, trying to get back into this series after the big loss there in the hard point. Pharaoh still hasn't got a kill. His team's up 4-2. Not a bad thing.
Same goes for Scump.
Yeah, not able to quite get themselves into this one. Don't forget the Chicago Huntsmen coming into this event as the winners of the Seattle home series. Frosty right through mid. He meets a ton of Huntsmen. And they cut into shreds. Bottom of the B site is now well and truly theirs. Watch those utilities go through. When the smoke and the dust is cleared, drinks from Pristini. He's going to get that bomb down. Less than a minute remaining, but it's going to give him time now to hit the detonate. Great shots all around. Awakening loses his gunfight. Skies finds 2 down at the bar. Pharaoh now coming through. Envoy and Formal now. Formal's left his position in the top of the opposite house. He's going to try to get a little bit closer. Havoc takes care of Envoy. It's all on a Formal now. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Almost, you saw from his point of view, he saw him behind the bar and went back to almost pre-aim it. Havoc didn't miss a bullet, and a few were straight through the skull. 5-2 to Mutineers.
Wow, this search has been a ripper. This is Havoc's POV from those final moments. Bang, 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 bang. There was the head to finish him off, but man, the speed at which we saw the Mutineers retake that bomb site. Deadly stuff. Map point now for them at 5-2. This is so good, man. It's so exciting. It's just amazing. Here we go.
Mutineers certainly have looked the better search and destroy team. Scump, may the COD gods be with you here. At least to find one. Arsty's will potentially see you next round.
Still ineffective with that snipe. Pharaoh's had his number, or he's not really been able to make the biggest of impacts. Slowly but surely taking control of that A site. Got to watch out for number 0 though. Pristini, there it is. In from behind. Pharaoh's going to now try to take back that position.
He's only got a
saw him.
too.
He missed him. Pharaoh, he just walked straight past. He didn't hear it, but he was just looking. Oh, he's done it again. Pharaoh! Thank God Awakening saw him.
What is Pharaoh looking at?
He's not looking the right way. Scum gets on the board finally. 3v3. Okay, that gave me a bit of a... Yeah, not good. Yeah, not good.
He got taken down either way. Formal finds the second. T2P in the kill feed now. Maybe a round goes Huntsman's way. They need it. Yes, they need 4 back-to-back at this rate.
We They've got to keep Awakening off the bomb site if they can, but it doesn't look like anyone's watching A at this time. Formal, he's going to peek, and if the timing is good, he's going to be able to catch something here. May have seen it. There it is. The shots are there. Awakening can go for the quick plant while his teammates now cover him. Watch the Huntsmen, though, now. As they pounce. Awakening finds the first one to scum. Big stuff. Can he go back to back? No, he can't. Can't take care of the other half of T2P, and now it's a 1 versus 1. Pharaoh versus Formal. Formal needs the kill and the bomb disarm.
Oh, they're far away.
Oh, Pharaoh's gone, mate.
Away.
Pharaoh's gone. He's like, I dropped my glasses over here or something because I missed 2 players just running around the map. Pop dead silence, and he ran, but Formal is on the hunt. Formal's dead silence active too. There it is. Big win from Formal. Wow.
Anticipation.
Ooh.
Reading the book of Pharaoh a little too easy there.
Dude,
Formal makes up the heads up play. It's a prediction play. It really is.
Like, the fact that it all worked out with not a huge amount of time to hit the defuse as well. Formal, man. It was 4. It was 4 shots through the crack of that wood. And right into the crack of Pharaoh. 5-3. What? 5-3.
Okay. Only 3 more to go for Huntsmen. However, just 1 more round will seal the deal for the Mutineers and go into the domination all tied up if you're just joining us. Chicago currently lead 1-0. This S&D has been a bit of a clinic from the Mutineers. They've looked really, really strong. Again, very impressed from Awakening. He's got 8 kills to his name. Just behind Frosty at number 9. Numbers favor the Mutineers.
Yeah, Pharaoh's tried to reposition himself in a nice way here. It's a great spot to be in again. With that AX-50 with that snipe. Formal's just creeping, man. Outside of the map, he's going to come across Frosty here. We've seen this fight before. Frosty, top shots, gets rid of Envoy. 5-on-3. Formal now making a play for it. Dead silence in hand. He's going for it. Will he check above him, though? That's exactly where Frosty is, and he may have heard it. There it is. Good stuff. Uh-oh. Awakening once again. 35 seconds remaining.
Very impressed by Awakening. Consistency so far has been on point. 30 seconds. Arsties and Scum need to go big here, because right now, the Mutineers are just 20 seconds away from doing this. However, 1 is going to fall. Now a 2v3. 18 seconds left on the clock. Anyone near the bomb site? The answer is yes. Do they challenge? The answer is yes, and it's Awakening here as he finds number 10. Is it going to be a number 11? It isn't. Arsties takes that away from him, and Arsties now in a 1v2 must defend the bomb.
Still got to worry about that player coming from behind him. It's a dead silence play from Havoc. Skies 3, 2, 1. Bang! Through the door. There's the shots. Arsties finds 1, but it's not quite enough to get Havoc as well. The timing was brilliant, and that defuse is going to seal the map. 6-3. The final scoreline there is the Mutineers take the Huntsmen in the search and destroy, and now we've got a series on our hands.
Certainly have. Beautifully done there as well at the end. That 2v1 couldn't have been executed any better. Sure, the first player might have won the gunfight, but the bait and switch, it was just simple. Push him at the same time. They knew where he was. The pressure was piled on top of him, and Arsties simply just couldn't handle it. Double digits for Frosty and Awakening, and a big game there for the Mutineers. They tie up the series 1-1 now as we head to domination. Looking good though, Miles, I must say.
Man, that was a great search and destroy all round. I mean, we saw a couple of moments there from the Mutineers that were just sublime. Nothing you could really, criticize them on there. Everyone looked really strong. We had expectations there that, of course, they would be strong in the search and destroy, but hey, still, nonetheless, big props to them all around. I will say the Huntsmen, much to be desired there when it comes to the search. We haven't seen too much Arc Love peak from the Huntsmen from recent memory, but hey, could have been worse, could have been a lot better, but now we're tied up 1-1. Here's our US Army tactical play. This was Skies. I mean, he had some big moments, Phil. He had some great moments, and whether it was the hardpoint now in the search, big fan of Skies' work.
Yeah, Skies was incredible. As we kind of treated to a couple of highlights from Skies, again, I wanted to point out Frosty for me was an incredible player during that search and destroy. I think he was on point many a time. I think he had 8 kills after just 3 rounds and really kind of propelled Mutineers to a strong start, and we know what that can do for your team in regards to confidence and pressure and everything in between as well. So overall, a very good search and destroy there for the Mutineers. Scum, bit of a slow one. He only picks up the 1 kill. We saw him pick that up from the top hotel window. But all in all, now we certainly have a series on our hands.
Well, let's have a quick look at our PS4 top plays from the Seattle home series now, as again, it was the last home series we saw here in the Minnesota weekend. Plenty of action from our last home series ahead.
The Huntsmen, you have the numbers. You just gotta make sure you don't get pieced like that. Max slides out. There's a double. Scump left to try and clutch up. Scump, the 1v2. A hell of a way to close out game 2. Huntsmen 2-0 up in the series.
Slasher's trying to hold Mid Cafe. Look at that number 3 on the minimap. It's Dylan, who's gotten into construction. So I think they're cutting off everybody, but one did get through.
Slasher's just locking him in. Slasher locking him in on an 11 spree.
How far can he push this? Looking for a dozen. Here's the gunfight. There's 12. One more top cafe. Tack it on to 13. The 14th in scraps. Meet your maker. He drops as well before Slasher's streak finally ends. Last time it was what? Temp that was able to win that key fight to get this power position. This time it's Zuma. This time it's Zuma. The Stallion is frying. The Stallion is cooking. He cuts down 4, and that likely seals the game. What a moment there from Zuma.
Thinking, yeah, all good in the hood. Nuh-uh, not today, scum. The king is back, and here he is, reigning supreme up top, leading the line by 55 points, and now the nuisance that is Scum is just making a tear. 20 and 11. We said that he turns over a championship Sunday. Scum finds 3 in a row. Can he jump out the window? Doesn't need to. 4 in a row. Scum going on a massive tear.
Sometimes so hard just to be a team that has a lot of success, and Searchin looks to steal a respawn, right? Because obviously you have S&D as game 2. Well, there's 3 respawns between it. So yes, you could be the best team in the world as Wuskins hits a classic second kill. Best search destroyed team in the world, but you still have to win a respawn just to force that game 5. So yes, for LA Guerrillas, this is looking good. As Wuskin is just basically putting on a montage. There's 3. Mage is fine. Number 4. Wuskin. They have families, man. Do it to him. Decimate. He's feeling it. He's feeling it. Wuskin, no, his teammate stole it. That's just bad manners.
Well, there you have it, the top 5 plays of the Seattle home series presented by PlayStation 4. And of course, we're here at the Minnesota Røkkr home series, ready to rock and roll into the remainder of this series. And of course, you're watching Huntsmen versus Mutineers. Domination is coming up next. Now, Phil, PlayStation 5 soon, mate. You excited about that? I know I am.
Certainly so. It's gonna be exciting for sure. Everyone was kind of talking about how it looks, and honestly, I don't really care how it looks. I just want to get my hands on it. I want to play it, and I want to enjoy every single second of it. It could look the exact same for all I care, Miles, but in my opinion, it looks beautiful.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? Well, either way, for these players, I'm sure they're excited to get their hands on it eventually. But for the Huntsmen now, they need to get themselves back into the game, get themselves into the Dom. Of course, we're about to load that one up before we can get into our double dose of Ramaza. We now will certainly be seeing that hardpoint on Ramaza coming up after this one. And should we have to go the distance, the full 5, search and destroy shortly after that. But yep, up first, Domination. Big swing map, of course, for every one of these series. You can get the first 2, but getting the Dom at the same time, not an easy thing to do. Hackney Yard is going to be that map. Phil, you got any quick predictions on this one? I mean, do you think the Huntsman close this one out? I mean, the pace being set by the Mutineers was pretty solid.
Yeah, I mean, I just think in regards to how that search and destroy went, I think we started to see something really special from Frosty. Awakening it just consistently, is impressing me, and I'm excited to just see more of him. However, Huntsmen, we know how good they are at respawn. I know they're still a new team with Prestini being added to it. I think we see a very close game, much like we did in Hardpoint, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm with you there, man. I think this is going to be a tight one. I think there's no way we let this go a one-sided affair. Let's see how we go, though, off the rip. Huntsman spawning on the favored side, going to be able to grab A straight away. Pressure in towards B we go. Pharaoh on your screen. Potentially looking to find something over towards the A side of the map. It looks like number 9. Looks like Scum's already on the hunt, trying to take care of him. There's a B flag still yet to be completed there. Mutineers still applying that pressure. Scum finds Scum on the other side of the map, and now the Huntsmen can truly divert the forces, really focus their attention now on this B flag.
Here we have the neutralization is going to come through. Can they get the secure? That's the question now. Doesn't seem very contested by the minimap. Number 7 is just going to have to back down and almost reset here. Look at 0, though. And when I say 0, not the player, the number, it's going to be Prestini.
Indeed. Prestini still trying to hold down the side of L. He's got a lot of Mutineers to deal with there on the point. He's going to take care of one. Lovely awareness of spawn. Skies, however, possibly running FMJ. I know he has done that in the past. Cleans up that one kill right through that side tin wall there. Presence still being felt there on A and B. The Huntsmen with full control right now, trying to keep mid-map alive. Havoc with a nice 2. Watch out for the A push now. It's going to fall to Formal. Christini now off spawn as well, but they've got to take care of Pharaoh. He's managed to slip through. Now he's going to become a little bit more dangerous to deal with. You have to keep one eye on Pharaoh and the other eye on the players coming out. Will they be able to handle him? Pharaoh's still fighting for his life right now. Envoy goes down. Scump manages to get the trade. So now the backside safe. Got to go back over towards B. Managing to sort of juggle these plates right now. Keep them spinning is the Huntsman. But they do not want to let go of A. A is the priority for the squad right now.
And I think that's the important point, obviously, you raised there. A's the priority, and you saw them kind of distracted by that one player over by the brick house, but they had to kill him. They had to get him down so they could retake B and keep these spawns as well. It looks like they're doing just that, but they haven't retaken it just yet. Havoc slides on in. He's going to be taken out by Scump here. Prestini watching the flank, MP5 in hand. He cycles over towards the middle, awakening top L. B still in the hands of the Mutineers. And honestly, Miles, it brings a smile to my face because this is the kind of close game that I expect. I expect it to go back in 2.
Oh, Phil, you were saying how close it's going to be, and it's about to get a little bit further apart. Spawn Fairy's kicked in, and it's been gifting the spawns now. The Huntsmen have flipped out. They're on the other side of the map. They're going to maybe go in towards C, but it looks like they're going to try to get themselves across mid, get themselves into that B warehouse, and try to mount an attack in towards the A flag. But, oh boy. Now they're starting to spawn up towards the center of the map. A and C in the hands of the Mutineers. This is starting to look a little bit uncomfortable for the Chicago Huntsmen.
C going back in the hands of the Huntsmen. It's going to be the least of the Warriors right now. They've lost the spawns. They've only just got back one flag. The Mutineers are getting ahead step by step. Skies seems to be in that fine form that we know and love. When Skies is on point on a map, whether it be any type of mode, he can take down a team single-handedly, it seems. A 5-kill streak. He's always got that ADS down sight. He's always got the ADS down sight. That makes no sense at all. No, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he's always looking down the sights.
He's always in the right place at the right time. That's what I meant to say.
Hey, Prestini on your screen. Hunting down the right place at the right time. He's going to find one. We're going to see the Huntsmen take A back for now. It looks like they've got presence on. Yeah, Scump's going to get the neutral and the secure. Brilliant stuff from the Huntsmen. Take that one back. They've still got a little bit of work to do. Minute 35 on the clock. And they've got plenty of time to try to accumulate as many points as they possibly can. They made C neutral as well, so you're going to slow down the Mutineers' climb as much as you possibly can. Now you've got to get back over towards B. You've got to get B back now. But having A for now is still what you'll be wanting to have for the Huntsmen. Don't let this get out of hand. Don't want to start spawning over towards C side for them at this point in time. But for the Mutineers, hold this position. Just hold it for as long as you can.
And again, like you said, there's a minute and 10 seconds here. You know, you've got to make the most of this kind of poor situation. Maybe go for a bit of a neutralization. The kill feed certainly going in favor of the Huntsman around about now. And you start to see those white arrows flood towards B to try and get something. Havoc, though, trying to disrupt this. Will he be successful in doing so? No. Pharaoh's going to put a nade in his top pocket. Don't know why. Don't know what he did to upset him. But he's going to pay the price.
Again, counterfights from Skies over towards A. Nice bit of work. It was Arsty's trying to make a play in towards the C flag at the same time, but we're going to slow this one down. Envoy keeps A safe for now. Final 40 seconds roll through, and Huntsmen can hold their heads high, knowing that they did the best they could to keep this very, very close before we see that second half start. Obviously can't quite make the play in towards A, as we're going to see a 2 flag cap situation for the remaining 30 seconds if the Huntsmen can have their way with it. Awakening with a lovely 1v1 win there against Scump. Second one up now, Envoy. Brilliant shots from him. Havoc backing him up. Maybe a little bit of chance to get on the B flag and slow this one down for the time being. Huntsmen have been spread out. They're now starting to spawn over by yellow side, the left-hand side of the map. In the final 10, it's going to be all she wrote. As we go to the next half with a solid lead now starting to develop for the Mutineers.
Yeah. Nice little neutralization towards the end. A cheeky one over by C, but the Mutineers certainly the better team off the get-go here as we flip the sides. We are going to have a lead. It's not going to be a huge one. Nice little bunny hop there from Skies. However, with 5 minutes on the clock, anything can happen, Miles. And again, with the series currently sat at 1-1 going into the next hard point, you're going to want to have that lead, that advantage, that momentum.
Yeah, he's got to roll with this one. Here we go. Huntsman spawning on the other side of the map towards C. What have they got? They're going to try to break their way through. We'll see how the opening gambit goes. You can typically watch 2, maybe 3 players make their way in through the top. Sometimes you try to just punch through, get straight on towards A, but has not quite worked out. They've lost that mid-map presence. B is going to be in hands of the Mutineers. Now, we have to see what the Chicago Huntsmen can do to get back into this game and try to take the lead here in this series. Let's go for an Astro Gaming listen-in with the Chicago Huntsmen.
No, he went top 3 dead. Top AC as well. Nice.
Are they
Those in
top
B.
P2?
Those in B. Just play kill.
Yeah, one top
What's top
P2.
P2?
I'm coming to help you, bottom.
Check.
Maybe
Check.
check.
One's top P2. One's top P2. I'm one shot. I'm one shot. Go watch out. They go watch out. I have no ammo.
One
top P2.
I have your car.
20 green. 20 green.
Green.
Oh, show green. There's two top
I don't see him.
I'm popping it. Just baby.
On the head, he's dead.
20 kill now. 20 pit now.
Two more cross. He's in. They're both
Coming out. Actually,
I'm holding up on Pharaoh, I think.
you guys should have that. I'm staying B.
Green corner.
Hey,
I guess.
I'm getting green crate. Came out tools too.
They could be top
They could be
Caesar.
Are they
Top
still
green
on
Caesar.
say?
Top green
Yeah.
Caesar.
Yeah,
one there. I think one is, yeah. Mid crates, 2 mid crates. They're
Yeah,
hitting
just
middle,
keep
going
it
green.
top out.
I'm backing up.
Yeah,
though.
top.
I got one
Yeah,
middle.
yeah.
Got one middle. No middle. Dead.
Top green.
I'm one
getting
shot
in B,
A.
guys. I'm
I
getting in
spawned
B.
green.
Fucking frying these kids, bro.
Oh, so they got top green. Yeah, you are pressing. Keep it up.
Could
Bottom
everyone
middle,
on
bottom
the A? Are we good?
Yes, they could.
He's top
They're gonna
green.
be more.
Top green.
Middle Caesar.
Yeah, top green. Graffiti wall. I'm top green. They could be 3 through green, guys. They could be through green.
Going middle.
Back left, weak.
They're
one
going B, guys.
pointing
They're
out,
going B.
pointing out,
Going B,
guys,
guys.
pointing out.
Heavy.
I'm still holding it.
Our door.
Our door dead.
I'm
All
spawn green,
over
I spawn
B,
green.
all over B.
I spawn green.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Could
go
they
with
be our
B.
door? Could they be out our door?
I got
I'm
one.
not sure, Seth. I'm not sure.
No, they can't be. Yeah.
Play
with
with you
you.
guys?
They just stunned it. They stunned
He
it.
got me.
Top three.
Mid L and then B. I'm B.
Yeah,
Mid
dead.
L.
Middle.
Our door,
I'm
dead.
Middle.
And there you heard it. The Huntsmen. Those comms, man, they're crisp. They're clean. 5 players on that team and no one's talking over each other at the worst of times. I'm loving what I'm hearing.
Yeah, certainly so. And I will say, Prestini was right. He was frying, but the kills were coming in, but no one was able to get B. And that was the important thing. You saw Mutineers just kind of hold the line. It was 1 by 1, winning those individuals. But it looks like a little bit overwhelming. That B has been stuck on that very moment in the top middle for a very long time. No one's even been able to get close to it. Maybe this is the change right here, though. Arstees is going to jump on it for a short second. Players are going to be up top. He's looking for a ring around the roses. Frosty with a knife. Havoc come through, but he's going to be exchanged by Arstees here. The headshot follows up, and still B is not changed hands, but this may be the moment, finally, that the Huntsman can take over B, take over this warehouse. Awakening, he's going to find himself riding the line of Arstees. A 4-kill streak for him now. And the lead change is shortly about to go down unless the Mutineers can neutralize the flag.
I'm going to just call out Arstees here for this incredible run he's had. Finally goes down there to skies, but man, that was a great hold. He basically took care of B on his own, but now you're seeing this incredible, aggressive takeover of B site there from the Florida Mutineers. 2 trophies straight on the point. They're not going to let this lead get out of hand. Lovely kills from Prestini once again. Yeah, he is frying right now. 26 and 17. Keeps it up. Still have to take care of that B flag, though. He's got 2 players around him to back him up. Scump can help with a grab, but now they're going to watch towards A because Pharaoh's trying to make a sneaky play. And there's the knife from Awakening in the smoke. We've seen this time and time again, but he's going to make C neutral as well. So now Florida trying to exchange flags. They've managed to get B safe for now. That's going to be the Huntsmen's. But A and C, their presence on both. Huntsman got to make a play sooner rather than later. With 1 minute 30, there's a chance they can take that lead.
Yeah, right about now as well, we do see B stay in the hands of the Huntsman. It's a 6-point lead here for the Mutineers. A going back to the Huntsman as well. However, chaos going down in the middle. Awakening trying to find his way through the mid-map. Trying to find his way towards A, but he's got to find Formal jumping off. Good shots from Awakening there as he does take out Formal. Prestini on the other side of the map. He's going to be taking over C. The secure comes through and the spawns do too, but that is not really what they want. Being neutralized, it helps them a little bit, but Miles, look at the clock. Look at the time. Look at everything. So even, so close, so beautiful.
It's so beautiful. At this point in time, you just got to think it's all about the points. You have to just make sure that you're keeping that production of points coming through. We need 2 flags at all times. We need to make sure that they have 1 flag if we can avoid that situation. So here we go. Big defensive hold on the right-hand side by A for the Mutineers. It's going to be Envoy up next. Number 8. He makes his way through. He can't get the kill either. Number 5, Havoc, finds himself 2 kills. Huge kills on the other side of the map. And that could be it. The trip cap, not quite, but at least the neutral on C. No points for the Huntsmen. No chance for them to get back into this one unless they can go now, and I don't think it's going to happen. The Mutineers have taken over in the dying moments of this game, and wow, man, what a dom that was. It was a little slow to begin with, but it really comes to a beautiful crescendo towards the end.
It really does. Skies 26 and 14, locking things down. Just cast your eyes towards the captures, though, Miles. Mutineers, Awakening, 9, 7 for Frosty, 5 for Pharaoh and Havoc. These guys have been jumping on and off these flags all game long, and don't get me wrong, I can see Prestini absolutely frying there. Objective work there as well. Not enough today as the Mutineers take map number 2. Sorry, number 3. They take map number 2 as well. Technically, I was right. Okay. But moving forward here, they're going to be leading in the series.
I mean, you have to think, this is what we saw with the Toronto versus LAG game. When Toronto managed to win the Dom so handily, it's because they had so many flag engagements. You've seen how many captures they're picking up, how many times they're changing those hands. I mean, it's just about getting involved on the objective as much as possible. And we really saw Florida do that, whether it was those clutch plays, you know, where you overextend, take the enemy home flag, and just make that neutral, so you're eliminating their points acquisition. It's little plays like that, and it's the timing in which they make those plays. It's just so big. It's so important to see those come through, and got to give it to them, mate. That was a lovely bit of play there from the Mutineers. They are now one map away from the series win here against their old rivals, the Huntsmen. Huntsmen yet to get the win against the Mutineers. This could be the series to get it done, but they need to win another hard point.
I was thinking that at the start of the series, Miles. I was like, this is the one where Huntsmen, they get over the whole Mutineers and Florida.
Pristini's now on the squad. Pristini's on the team.
What's going on? You know, and again, I think we're seeing the best of Skies. Skies is playing an incredible series so far. And again, I'm just looking at the stats right here. 26 and 14. Played his part in pretty much everything, whether it was the S&D, the hardpoint, the domination. But I think Skies is playing at his best. We've seen a great performance from Awakening, a debut from Awakening as well. And again, I think the one thing I will say about the Huntsmen, I think Huntsmen right now are better overall as a team. But we've seen individuals have poor starts to the maps on each mode now. Pristini, still on the hardpoint. They still win it. Scump, still on the search and destroy. Sadly, they don't win that one for them. And again, here, we saw Pristini going off, but the rest of the squad just lagging behind a little bit. I'm not sure whether they need to be on the same page, what's happening with them. They're still kind of a new team anyway. But again, wouldn't surprise me if Huntsmen come out here all guns blazing on hardpoint.
Yeah, got to get the big win on the hardpoint and force that game 5 now that they didn't win the Dom. And again, somewhat questioning, you know, what the map is. It's going to be Ramaza Search and Destroy. So we've got Ramaza Hardpoint and Ramaza Search and Destroy. My concern is that we go into the Search and Destroy now. We saw how well Florida played that Arklov Peak. Again, this is a new Florida. There's no tape on these teams. There's nothing you can do to go, let's have a look and see what they do. Let's think of the strategies they roll with. There's no homework to be done here. You basically have to get into the game and play your game as best as you possibly can. And I'm just bringing in a question now. Do the Huntsmen have the ability to do that right now against a squad who are keeping them guessing? They kept them guessing in that first hardpoint, in the first Search and Destroy we saw on Arklov Peak. It paid off for them. The teamwork was great. Can they do it again? Going into a Ramaza Search and Destroy? Dude, that's the biggest sort of flaw I see right now in the Huntsman's game is, do they have what it takes to go all the way to the end?
I think they do, if I'm honest.
I think
they do. But I think we see another game 5, is my prediction, Miles. Okay?
Yes.
If you let me finish my point.
What?
Interrupting. I see you. I hear you. We've had 2 already, Miles. 2 game 5s. We're seeing another. I'm saying it right here. Huntsmen take this one. But the Mutineers, judging by the first Search and Destroy, that was kind of a very strong performance. One which, you know, was a bit shocking to me with the swaps and the rolls and the dips and dives from all these players. We've seen Pharaoh, Pristini, now Awakening. These guys have gone back and forth. But again, this is a team that means business. This is a team that wants to be in that top 3 and winning championships.
Yeah, they really do. I think for the Florida Mutineers, a return to greatness would be incredible, to join the ranks of very few teams that have managed to get 2 home series victories. And
right.
What a crazy way to do it now. Imagine that, Awakening's first event, just like when Pharaoh joined the squad, you know, in place of Pristini.
Well,
they managed to win another one.
Yeah, notoriously, people joining a squad, you know, I think they've all reached the final. I think it was with Sheen and Optic, with Mac and I don't think
Zero
Mac
in London.
Yeah, Zero London.
Pristini and Huntsman.
It's a funny thing going around. What's in the water, Miles? I don't know.
Team changes, man. They just seem to be the wave. We discussed this briefly at the last event. We talked about this on the trip cap. We've talked about this also all over the place. It does seem to work out. Anyway, Ramaza Hardpoint is now locked and loaded, ready to go. And again, for the Huntsmen, a must-win unless they want to take another loss to their rivals, the Florida Mutineers. It's funny, like, you don't think that the Mutineers are not like the top 3 at this event, like, well, they're going to be rivals. It's just the guys that keep beating you. It's so weird to think that sometimes.
The arch nemesis.
It's the old kryptonite, the old thorn in the side. Yar, here we go. Straight into the Ramaza hardpoint. Watch for those rotations. You want to be on that hardpoint as early as you possibly can. Ramaza's not an easy map to make routes on. Here we go. Interesting to see as well, Awakening, man. Nice debut. Nice nades. Nice shots. Lovely bit of work to start things off.
Yeah, now rocking the M4. We've seen him with the MP5 as well. He seems to be that kind of flex player and someone who can bring a lot to the table. Again, spoken to a lot of people in the amateur side of things who's just so excited to see him play because he thinks he's not only going to come in, but he's going to really disrupt a couple of the pros as well, which is exciting as always. And honestly, stronger competition, I'm all for it.
Yeah, all for it indeed. Solid start from the Mutineers. A little bit of hold now, but they have to back on up. Again, this position they're in, they can take the tactical retreat, not necessarily give up pressure on the hard point, but still retain that spawns they have going into the next hard point. There's going to be Havoc sitting there in mid-map, but as you can see, those green arrows on screen, love these shots from Skies, those green arrows on the screen still spawning towards the left-hand side.
Nice kill there, an easy one. Climbing the ladder, he's going to find himself with a few bullets in the back here, though. And again, looking at that mini-map, we are going to see the Mutineers have the next rotation. Envoy popping this dead silence now, seeing what he can make of it. Huntsmen, though, they're going to soak up more time in the final couple of seconds as well before we hit this rotation.
This guy's in a premium position right now. This is a great spot to be in and watch your teammates be able to get across. Skunk's going to take a couple in the back there without going down. Envoy's going to make the cross, and wow, he made it across. The sneaky man, and now he's up in your grill, but it's all right, your teammates are there. Brilliant stuff, though. The Huntsman leading off the back of that Envoy charge, and now you've got control of the backside of the map. Can they make their way on the hard point now? Beautiful shots from Arcetes. He and his brother now charging forward. Scum, tip of the spear, and he's going to be driving his way right into the heart of the Mutineers. Brilliant stuff once again, as the Huntsman, like rolling thunder across Ramaza, have just broken into the hard point now with the time, and now they have to take on another kills, the Mutineers.
Really crazy how effective one trophy system can be as well. You see it kind of drop down and everything. It just turns to popcorn. These things just popping out of the sky, absolutely useless. Skump's going to slide on through, knock the door down, and knock Skies on the floor as well. But a very close game as we get through the first two hard points. Over to the barbershop, though. We do see the Huntsman in control of that.
Cool, I could do the visit to the barbershop, mate. I'm not going to lie to you.
I thought you were going to say I could do with some popcorn, because
I could do some popcorn as well, mate. I really could. I love both of these things. But here we go. Huntsman in full control of that side of the barbershop now. We're going to see Florida try to make the break as they go forward. 45 seconds remaining. Let's have an Astro Gaming listen in with the Florida Mutineers.
I got one more front end.
Rogue's envoy. He can go bottom green. He can go bottom green. We're back right. He back right. He could have snuck. We're looking for envoy.
No, he didn't go bottom green. He did not go bottom green. He's bottom green right now, dead.
Nice shit. Arches. They're arches right now.
Wait, one more hill.
I'm going to get BS into guys. Arches in tree. One's right. One's stuck right.
Left corner of hill old. Left corner of old.
I'm looking right now.
Trap them.
Two going right. Going right? Are you going left?
Initial.
Envoy bottom mid. In hill. Envoy bottom mid and RCD side arch. Yo, envoy bottom mid.
Bottom mid. Bust to the back. Bust to front door weak. He's going up the ladder.
And bottom cat guys. Nice shit. We gotta pick up.
Shit hill. Go top hill right now. Leave me.
Yeah, I'm going. Stay alive. Nice.
I'm going top J, stay no.
We're missing one. He can be second. I'm dead.
Yeah, last time.
He can be second.
I hear you. One's coming rugs right now.
Hey, I'm
gonna watch Rugs. Watch Rugs.
One shot top mid ladder. Top mid right now. I'm shouldering cat. Cat, there's two cat. One's right side stairs. And there's three up. There's three up top. Proceeding top mid.
RCD's two came down right side. Two came down right side.
I have up. Just tell. You guys get that all time. You guys fight that.
One door.
Once again, fantastic comms from these two teams. We heard it from the Huntsmen in the last map, and now we're hearing it from the Mutineers. Everyone sounds delightful. It's not quite the cacophony of madness that we hear in the Auctioneer's room. It's now just a sweet, sweet symphony. Havoc doing exactly what he can to keep his boys in this one. Nice bit of a hold there from the Huntsmen, still keeping themselves 20 points-ish in the lead. But now we go over to the Ruins. Huntsmen in full control. And I was loving what we were seeing there out of Havoc. Can he keep this run going? He can. Finds himself his 5th in a row.
Yeah, stronghold here over by Ruins as well, and Havoc going to push through these arches, but he's going to find himself a formal at the back, and it's going to be a formal, which is no longer here. Flies on round, trying to find RC's shot in the side, though, as he goes back and forth, as we see Prestini again. The prone tactic certainly not working. Not Prestini, not for formal here. Grenades coming in from Awakening. And he will connect, but he won't find the kill.
Yeah, the reinforcements now from the Huntsman team to just get as many bodies into these angles as they possibly can. You keep throwing yourselves at this hard point. They've got good spawns as well. It's so difficult to break Ruins. It's not easy to get done. Scump's in a premium position here to take care of those players coming in through that side arches, and Havoc's not really able to get too much out of this, but the contest is going to be enough for now. Got to watch that rotation as we go back across the other side of the map. Huntsman, they may have been there early. Top position, you see the twins atop the tower, and now they're going to have to contend with the push coming from down below.
Easily. Free. Coming free here for Arcetes as he drops on down. Awakening and Pharaoh, they're going to hit that respawn again, Miles. More importantly, look where they're respawning. Over by a previous hard point near the barbershop, near those ruins as well. And this is going to be great for the Huntsmen as well, thinking forward and maybe setting up for the next one. But 40 seconds left. They're going to have to contest here, and they're going to do just that. Scum will slide on in. Find Frosty. Find Skies. RT shuts down Pharaoh, but Awakening back and forth here. He's rocking that M4, and he's rocking it so well. Got Havoc with him. Oh, Lordy. At this point, Miles, 25 seconds, you're going to be thinking of that rotation.
Yeah, got to be thinking about it. I mean, at the same time, there's plenty of time to be had here. You don't want to give it all up as scrappy. And it's not like this is a dire, straight situation for either of these teams, but you're absolutely right, man. Got to be thinking towards the next. And looks like Mutineers have got a little bit of control here. Awakening handles Envoy. Very, very sneaky he is. But can he handle Arcites? Very, very sneaky he is. But he sneaks on through. This guy's once again in that back power position by the van. Spawn's still working out. There's a textbook smoke. However, Havoc there, just at the front lines, just to stop those players making their way across. Huntsmen have not managed to make their way across, but Envoy's already in. Sky is doing what he can now on the point, brings an M4 into a submachine gun territory. 70-yard points separating these players right now. As you can see, Phil, it's closely contested.
Arceus is having a phenomenal map here. 25 and 12 really just starting to slay, and this has been ongoing. Pistols are out. Doesn't find the kill, but Frosty's there for him as well. It's an 80-point lead here for the Huntsmen. They have control. There's 25 seconds left. Frosty sliding in. Just, it's guessing game at that point. You slide in, you look one way and just hope they're in front of you at that point. Tough job there for the Mutineers to break on through.
Indeedy. We're starting to look towards a very convincing lead now. The Chicago Huntsmen are not having a good time. As the scoreline starts to get real ugly.
There is plenty of time, though, on the barbershop now for the Mutineers to set up and get back in this game. They're actually pushed out all the way. So what you've seen on your screens here, Fulmer's going to take down Frosty, but the rest of the squad will fall. They're going to have to regain, regroup, and go at it once again. 40 seconds left. Awakening. Just circling around the middle of the map. Scum's going to take care of him, and now the pressure can be put on.
Yep, it's got to get closer and closer to the hard point if they can. 30 seconds remaining. Awakening still holding that back line down. Nice kills. Can't get the second on the formal, but hey, Frosty's going to be spawning there now. Where are the spawns going to start coming through from Mutineers? Still at the back side of the map. They need to start getting out now. You need to start looking forward towards the next one, and that's just going to be just a solid line now from the Huntsmen. They're not going to let much get by. Wow, Pharaoh throws a peach, takes care of both those players up by rugs. That could be the opening that the Mutineers need now to get out of this one. Try to clean up these players on point. Just go, though. Get across map. You need to worry about the next hard point. It's a long and sad journey towards next at this point in time. Awakening's trying to get it done down by Low School. He's got players above him at rugs as well, but you just got to be faster than this. It's so difficult to make that happen. Whoa, boy, shots, mate.
Wow. Beautiful shots. It's not going to really change the game too much. However, you see the players for the Huntsmen soaking up all this time. 45 seconds left. Plenty of time to close it out here. My maths can be a little bit iffy sometimes, but one thing's for sure. They can close it out if they take all this time. However, Arceus is dipping on and off like... He's a bit scared someone's around him, and rightly so. It's Pharaoh, Frosty, and Havoc all around him, all on top of him, and then I'm going to take over.
Yeah, here we go. Straight onto the contest. Into the smoke. Envoy goes. Where will he find himself here? Big shots. Takes care of Skies. Pharaoh's. Oh, it's a little too strong from there. Bit of help from Frosty. Gets it done. Scump can't get in on top. So now the hold here is on for the Mutineers. They will not let this map go just yet. Pristini and Envoy now, though, lined up for the next. Smokes out in the entirety of mid-map. No one's able to see absolutely anything, but the kills are still coming through. We're watching Pristini try to hold this top lane. But once again, over towards the ruins we go. And it was ruinous for the Mutineers in the last time. What have we got now to try to make the break to keep themselves in this and not let that game 5 hit them?
15 seconds is all the Huntsmen need. Look at the minimap. Look at the setup that they've got. They need to get the next 4 or 5 wave of kills. They also need to hit rotation, Miles. That is the biggest problem right now. Can the Huntsmen break it here? Absolutely. Will they? They're going to certainly try. The kills are coming in. Scum and Arceus are going to combine for 3. Formal's going to add to the mix as well. And the contest comes through. The kill feed all white. And the Huntsmen jump on in. There is going to be pressure from the back as well, Miles. But look at that kill feed. With only 8 seconds, there's still plenty of time to do this. Prestini pushing out to Archie. Scum awaiting the pressure. And he's going to welcome it with open arms. 3 seconds is all they need. And Scump, I think, has clutched it up. Just one from behind. And that was taken out by Arceus. The teamwork, the chemistry, the Huntsmen come out on top here. And this time around, it's not as close, but the hard point goes the way of the Huntsmen.
Oh, here we go. Game 5. I want to just... commiserations to Havoc there, holding down the front gate position. He got the worst timing I think I've seen, where I think it was Arcees comes in from behind him, he drops down from top mid, he just, like, within a fraction of a second looks the wrong way. And in that moment, basically loses full control of the hard point. It was just heartbreaking, mate. But alas, we are blessed with another game 5. Can the Huntsmen finally break the curse they have against the Mutineers? Will this newfound Mutineers squad, I mean, another win against the Huntsmen would be huge. We've talked about how dangerous this group's, not necessarily this group, but Group B, but Group A is incredibly stacked. Group B, it seemed like a clear-cut favorite in the Huntsmen making it out. Yes, if they lose this series, they can still make it out. But look how tight this competition's already been. Just, I mean, look at the performance we saw with Seattle versus Atlanta FaZe. Like, this is so good. All the predictions, I mean, dude, I don't even want to look at my bracket. I don't even want to know how bad my bracket looks right now. I did not expect this map to go to game 5. Anyway,
I closed it.
The schedule presented by the US Army.
Series 1, Miles.
After this series, we've got the Game Fuel marquee match, and again, an absolute banger. Dallas Empire versus Minnesota Røkkr, that Game Fuel marquee match coming up next. One more map to go in this series. And it's not disappointing whatsoever. I mean, the whole day has been ridiculous. At 3-2, 3-2. This is going to be a 3-2. Later on, could be a 3-0. Who knows? It's going to be great. We hope you join in, and I hope you're enjoying the show so far. And don't forget to link your accounts, man, because I'm looking at the Dallas Empire spray coming up next on my drops. I'm at 473 out of 480 minutes viewed.
Noob.
Thank you. As I'll be looking forward to those sprays very, very soon. Cheers,
Miles, I'm only 19 minutes away from the New York Subliner spray. I'm rocking on 6:30 minutes. You need to catch up. I don't know what you're going to do to do so, because I ain't going anywhere. But no, I hope all you guys at home as well are joining in, getting your free drops, getting all the exciting emblem sprays, whatever it is, as well as those calling cards. But all in all, another game 5. It feels like a very long day of COD, and the reason being, we're on map number 15, and we're only on series number 3. You love some COD, if you love some free stuff, and you like the, it to go on longer, you're in the right place.
You're definitely in the right place. This has been a good one. Now we go into another search, though, Phil. I mean, let's be honest, mate. This is going to be an absolute blinder. But before we get into that one, let's have a quick look at the championship format. Again, we keep alluding to what's happening at the end of the year, the end of the season. Again, that championship bracket is going to be stacked. First and second place. And again, this is how you look throughout the entire season long. So those CDL points presented by Game Fuel will seed you according to where you're going to be sitting there in champs. First and second place automatically get into round 3 of the winners bracket. Third and fourth get into round 2 of the winners bracket. I mean, the race for points was so important to begin with anyway. Now it is absolutely paramount. If you're sitting at 9th to 12th, you're in round 1 of the elimination bracket. That means you lose 1, you're out of champs. There's no shot at that incredible prize pool. It's just so important at this point in time to climb the standings. If you're sitting on the borderline between, 4th place, get up there, man. Do what you can, because again, first place at champs, $2 million. Dun, dun. I'm doing the Dr. Evil finger right now. I mean, that is unbelievable.
The one thing, I think the important thing to note from all of this, though, is all 12 teams in the Call of Duty League now will compete for the championship in a double elimination bracket. It gives everyone that equal opportunity. Yes, obviously, where you place in the CDL puts you in a certain position, but all 12 teams will be there. Double elimination, that's what you want to see. We want to see the biggest competition with the biggest prizes that Call of Duty has ever seen. And it's exciting to think about. We're certainly not there yet, but every single game that you're cheering on your teams, you're tweeting out the players, or you're tweeting your support, whoever it is, every single CDL point counts towards that championship, towards that big $2 million at the end as well. It certainly gets the hairs on my arms standing up, Miles.
All the hairs on everywhere standing up for me right now. But if you think about this event, how exciting this event is, a lot of hair, you've got no idea. If you think about this event and how exciting this event has been, the Minnesota Røkkr home series already, just because we looked at the lineup, we were like, wow, it's so stacked, everyone's so good. Just imagine what it's going to be like when we get to champs, and the stakes have never, ever been higher. Ever. I mean, quite literally. And some of these teams are going into it with an incredible advantage. Those who didn't perform throughout the season, their run through champs will be historic. Imagine being the LA Guerrillas and coming in at 12th and making it all the way up to that top 5, top 6 position. I told this to Apathy when he was talking to us on the trip about how it's not been a great year. And I just said to him, like, man, imagine the headlines when you get to turn this all around and make a killer run at champs. Because that's all anyone ever really remembers. But anyway, here we go. Game 5. Staying on Ramaza. Let's do this, Phil.
Let's get into it. Game 5 for the 3rd time. And I tell you what, I don't know if Merc and Maven will want to go. It's going to be late for them. I know Merc obviously on the East Coast, but if we get 4 Game 5s, I will enjoy that a little bit too much. Here we go. We're going to get into this one. We've seen some fantastic stuff so far. I do want to quickly remind you guys, obviously, the Search and Destroy that we saw previously, it was a pretty strong showing from the Mutineers. And going into this one, Miles, again, quick look at those numbers. Search and Destroy Ramaza, 2 and 3 for Florida. However, 0 and 1 for Chicago. Both of these teams have lost to New York, funnily enough. We've actually seen Florida lose twice to them. New York reigns supreme.
Frosty trying to reign supreme right now. Frosty, the unkillable snowman. 2v1. Teammates backed him up. Skies keeping him alive. Skies is just like, he's a bodyguard. He just gets in the way of the shots. He takes care of whoever's attacking you. Like, Formal now in a 1v2. Play this real slow. He's got to try to do what he can to get back on this site. There's the bomb down just on the outside of the B bomb. Underneath that, a bit of torn, I don't want to say like tarp. Nah, it's like a cloth. Formal up top. Didn't land a shot. Oh baby, Skies with the round.
Scud might have got more kills in the first 20 seconds than the previous S&D combined, but it doesn't matter because the Mutineers again take round number 1 here, and it's shut down by Skies. Opting for that little red dot. Is it the GI red dot on the pistol? Interesting choice.
Mate, there's nothing wrong with that.
Oh.
You're on an extended mag.
I just like taking tips, that's all. Learn from the best, you know. Changing
Offensive
sides,
round.
though.
Oh, sorry, mate. Offensive round for the Huntsmen. Oh, you didn't finish your bloody point. Offensive round for the Huntsmen now. Making their way in towards that B bomb, but they're still keeping a lot of presence through mid. You want to keep your options open. Smokes up on top cafe and Envoy. Nice job on Awakening there. That was an awkward gunfight to have. Just managing to get out of that smoke fast enough. No more kills going the way of anyone at this point in time. Havoc, though. Sneaky. You can hear him. Wow, Formal, half a second more and he kills you there. Havoc with a great kill. Solid advantage now for the Mutineers. Oh, okay. Huge advantage for the Mutineers.
Pharaoh has gone to find a nice little double as Envoy answers back with his own. And now, Dead Silence, I believe, just popped by Prestini. Here he is. As he pushes on forward, he's got his teammate right with him. It's a rotation play towards A. Look at the minimap. There's no action going down for a little bit here, but is the bomb going to go down fast?
Yeah, they both popped Dead Silence and managed to make it across there without making a single sound, so now they're going to be able to plant without any problems. 30 seconds remaining, and Envoy, oh sorry, Skies, actually, he popped his Dead Silence as well on the B site retake, but you know what? Didn't really matter.
I got killed.
Envoy's positioning right now could be huge. He is at the bottom of that cafe spot. They're going to make a lot of noise. Phil, hang on. They're going to make a lot of noise, and he knows where they are.
I thought you'd finish what you were going to say. I was going to say, I got killed in a pub by a place, and I raged so hard. It was the Envoy positioning, but it's a very interesting position. The reason, obviously, Envoy here is he can see absolutely everything. The one thing I wanted to say was that he can see right across the map, both through school, both across the catwalk. They cannot cross that line, that whole thing, without Envoy seeing him. Whether they jump off the top of him, he sees absolutely everything. He cuts off literally about 6 lanes. However, back to the game.
Oh, you're right. You're absolutely right, mate. Great round there from the Huntsman. Big brain plays, 5 and 1 for Envoy. Mutineers now in the chance to bounce back. Nade's going through mid, not able to connect on anything. It's Awakening sitting on the donut for the time being. No kills just yet. Can Skies open up that bomb site and get his boys involved? That's some nerdy strats right there. That's some FMJ shots through walls that you just don't normally shoot through.
Havoc does find one. The Dead Silence pop is going to reward him with a second. Can he find a third? It's going to be Artie's. Tickled. Can he get away with his life? The answer, yes, for now. Envoy's seen him as well. Havoc dancing with the devil, it seems, here. And Artie's, he's going to finally shut him down. 3 versus 3. 45 seconds left on the clock. Bomb still not down. I tell you what, there's been a lot of tags this round and a couple of missed opportunities, I think.
God, it's tense, isn't it? Those top window positions. Clock's ticking. Pharaoh's going to have to take something. He can't leave the bomb site. He knows they're all over him. There's very little things left to throw at each other. Pharaoh does have a stun to work with. Skies. Oh, this is aggressive. I like this. Dead silence activated. Did he make his way up there? Someone's still watching the staircase. 15 seconds to go. Frosty finds another kill there. They have yet to get the bomb down. Skies. He's in a very tough spot right now. Makes it a little bit easier. They are able to get the bomb down. The Mutineers have maybe, just maybe, definitely managed to turn a bad situation into a round win.
I need to see that back. I need to see it from every single point of view. That was beautifully done there by the Mutineers. Good push and pressure over by the stairs. You see the final kill from Pharaoh. I actually missed where that second kill came in. Yeah, I believe it was over by the house there, just to the left of Pharaoh.
Yeah, it was. They had to kill 3 members of the Huntsmen just to buy themselves space on the bomb site to get the plant down, and the clock was working against them the whole time, man. That was unreal. Also, shout out to the observers. Lord.
Yeah, nice seeing that overhead view as well.
Here we go. Off to the races immediately. Frosty tries to overtake sight through the smoke. Not going to protect him from those bullets, though. But he heard a lot of noise there. A lot of information gained. But the Huntsmen have just overwhelmed B. They're going to be able to get some, maybe get the bomb down, but maybe get more players over these high positions.
They're on top of each other right now. Go, 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 it seems. Attack at its best, and Envoy and Scum. Formal, take a seat. T to P. We'll just have to wait as Scump and Envoy, it seems like, running around as the duo right now.
Yeah, that was nasty. That's the buddy system in effect. Going to get the plant now. 4 versus 3. Dead silence pop for every single member of the Florida Mutineers. And in from behind, Havoc! In from behind, Havoc! He gets 2! Do they have sight control? Not just yet. Scump's still in that position above gunshot. Scump finds one on awakening. Envoy from downstairs. Havoc's still got a lot of time to work with on that dead silence. Sky's on the reposition. Now Havoc's got to do what he can from down low. Still, this is not over yet. Oh my god. Havoc may have just done it. Baited. Skies again. The Mutineers!
Baited perfectly. Envoy came out that door thinking defuse was going down. Nuh-uh. Nope.
They managed to win that without the use of dead silence towards the very end. So that's what makes that even more impressive from the Mutineers. I mean, Envoy, it's unlucky enough to get tagged up there. But wow, the positioning from Havoc and Skies, you cannot fault that whatsoever. The shots were there, but it's the timing, it's the positioning. I mean, that was a huge round for the Mutineers.
Certainly was. And as we get into the midsection, potentially, of this search and destroy here, Mutineers still looking very, very strong. And I think that's one thing that I will say hasn't changed much from the original team of Prestini, the introduction of Pharaoh, Awakening now joining the squad. I know it's 0 and 4 here, but the search and destroy seems very, very strong. And Skies finds number 7. He's been lights out all series long.
We've seen this happen a few times, though, on Ramaza. Typically, those AR players, we've seen Slasher do it a few times, you just don't have anyone to shoot at, no engagements. You get to the bomb sites late, and then there's 3 guys on you trailing every doorway, and you just get smoked.
Envoy's seen all these players cross, by the way.
Now he's getting involved. In from behind. Dead silence active. There's the first.
Would have been nice to see an assassination. Probably not the time or the place, but, you know, we can always wish.
We can.
Imagine if there was 5 players still alive and you just started getting assassinated. The cheek on it. Incredible stuff. 35 seconds on the clock. However, when you're 3-1 down, assassination certainly not on your mind, but Formal. Quick reactions there as Frosty finds Scump as well. All down to Formal.
Yeah, it's down to Formal. He's got to kill 2, sorry, and get the defuse. You may as well count the bomb as a player at this point in time. Easy peasy lemon squeezy for the Florida Mutineers. 4-1. It's not out of arm's reach yet. But for the Huntsmen, you got to turn this around sooner rather than later. Mate, good search.
We've had some incredible searches, and honestly, we've been treated, obviously, to free game 5, so we've seen more S&D, which is always welcomed here, especially from myself, and I'm sure Miles as well. We love some S&D, and we've been treated some fantastic Arclov peak so far, and we're only on day 1. Awakening does find his first kill as Havoc and Skies find number 7. Scump, though, with a first blood right over the top here. Catch that one, Havoc.
Slow and steady. Again, Envoy in those positions, just making sure he cuts across those mid-map positions. Formal. Accepts the call-out. Gets a shot into that other player as well. So now he's going to put transition across. And this is what you want to see out of the Huntsman. Oh, baby. That's going to be a 4v1 situation. Pharaoh. I mean, Pharaoh's he made the most of it, dude. But like,
wait,
tough situation to be in.
Just watch this final kill, because I think Pharaoh, he tries to jump over. Prestini tries to jump over him. Oh, quick drop shot. Looks way better from Pharaoh's point of view. I'll tell you that for free.
Yeah, way better. I mean, that hip fire was all over the place.
Prestini just headbutted his knee.
There we go. Good round for the Huntsmen. Very confident round, decisive round. I mean, there was no moment there where you even thought that it could go any other way. All off the back of a nice Semtex to start the round for Scum. Here we go. 4-2. Need a couple more of those from the Huntsmen to keep themselves in this.
Yeah, it shows the importance of a first blood as well. Sometimes goes a little bit missed.
Scum's second first blood of the map. Tagged along only by Envoy, also Sigma 2. Here we go. Smoke's going down. The fight's at B. Awakening comes through. He gets tagged up. There's the crossfire from Envoy. Lovely work to get the second as well. Havoc finds an Arstes at the bottom of the stairwell. Dead Silence is still out and about and alive. There's a player above him, and it's going to be a very quiet engagement upstairs as they just run around each other. The timing is hysterical. And oh, there's the other one.
Like twins. It's like they had the same idea. Neither was right. Sitting at the bottom stairs doesn't work.
Envoy, though, is trying to break the wheel, this cycle of just getting ripped up by bottom of gunshot. No, don't go near the stairwell, it's cursed. Don't go in there. No, none of you, don't go in there, it's cursed! Havoc's gonna kill you again! Don't go in there. Oh.
Havoc knows the curse, he's out of there.
Yeah, he's out of there, man, he knows. Like, don't sit on the bottom of that stairwell. Has Havoc still got Dead Silence? No, it's finished. So now he's gonna be thumping around. Envoy makes it a 1v1. 15 seconds. Frosty. He's got to get the bomb down. He's going to wait for the push. He doesn't know where Envoy's coming from. Oh, wait. Here comes the play. Last possible second. Lovely work from Envoy.
And that's a game-changing 1v2 right there. You lose that, you're 5-2 down in game 5. You win this like he has done. You're right back in this game. 4-3, 5-2. Worlds apart here. And Huntsmen now, a couple of rounds back-to-back, see themselves in a much preferred position. And I think that was beautifully played as well. What Envoy did, obviously, you saw him pushing towards the end when it was kind of that, like, 0.5 seconds left. He knew that if he strafed out, the probability of him pre-aim in that position was very, very low. The plant was going down. He played it very well. Played it right, played it correctly. Rewarded with that round. Huntsmen, though, still trailing here in the game 5.
One round at a time is all it's going to take. Envoy, once again, the man of the moment. 12-4. Slight change of plans now from the Huntsmen. Deviation in strategy that we haven't seen so far as they make their way towards A. Still, they have to cross through mid-map. Awakening's going to be watching that central position down low. Transitions over towards the A site. And again, that bottom stairs. See those players just jiggling in and out of those staircases between first and second floor. Man, Huntsmen are really thinking about this one. They don't want to overcommit. That first blood's going to dictate where exactly we go now with the bomb. Oh, Skies. What a villain. Are we still going to commit to the push here at A? We can try to win some mid-map presence. What's the game plan right now for the Huntsmen? Starting to run out of options.
Running out of players, Miles. That's the problem right now as the players start to drop. Available for Prestini is that Dead Silence. Havoc, though. Oh, no. Scum nearly got away with his life. Great movement from Scum, but it just was a little too late. Havoc with the sharp shots here. And again, with 20 seconds left, numbers favor the Mutineers. Bomb has been collected now from Prestini, but he's running into Awakening. He might only have one kill, but this could be a second.
Yeah, it's so hard to make this work. There you go. Brilliant work from the Mutineers. It was so... You could see that moment where his Dead Silence ran out and he was like, I'm dead.
The reason I laugh is I was thinking Awakening might, you know, get a free double, but Skies just comes in, drops in, finds himself another 2. Not that he was short on kills. I think the man's on 12, 13 by now.
12
I'm not
now,
sure.
I think it was 2. It was 13. Yeah, you got 3 in that round. Oh boy, here we go.
But Awakening was going to get a couple.
Map point.
Here we go.
And this is it for the match. One more round of search and destroy, and the Florida Mutineers keep their perfect record against the Chicago Huntsmen. For the Chicago now, is this it? What else have you got left in that wondrous championship-winning playbook?
12 for Envoy, 12 for Havoc, 10 for Skies. Envoy's been really good around the mid-map as well. Just kind of cutting off these players and having a presence on the map. worked out for the team just yet here, but still a hesitant round number 9. 55 seconds left on the clock. Who's going to be the one to open the door right now?
They lay down at the same time.
Yeah. It's just interesting as well. If Prestini aimed in and just started shooting to his right, it'd be free as kill. That is like paper, that door.
Oh,
they don't know.
Well,
they don't know.
Do it, Havoc. Just
don't do it. Don't do it.
You got a teammate to back you up. He gets the kill. Prestini! First blood. Here comes the push, though, from Monvoy. Straight back in there, going for that swift vengeance. Here he is. He's got involved. Scump's trying to watch the side of the bomb sites as well. Dead silence all over the place. Florida. Nothing will be heard. Lovely nade from Scump. Great positioning from Scump. Finds the first with the hip fire. Not able to get in the other one, though. And again, trying to just hold this defensive line. Here come the Mutineers! Scumpy with the through piece. Oh, my word. There's few more on the site now. This is to keep the Huntsmen in the game. Pharaoh from up high. And Scump finds another one. He's still going! Huntsman, what a round!
Oh, my God.
What
Formal
was
came in
that?
and got this final kill, but Scump finds 4. Oh my God.
Well, okay, we're not out of the woods yet. That was a hype play. 5-4. Still match point. Still match point.
I don't think I need to text the replay operator to tell me what was play of the game.
That was a big one. Okay.
And that literally kept them in the game. First blood was to the Mutineers, but let's get right back into it, Miles. Round number 10 here. Scum feeling himself. He's getting aggressive. And Envoy's right there with him.
Straight on towards the B site they go. The exchange of fire goes through. Scump doesn't find much, but wow, the king is back as he surges his way up the top of those stairs. Frosty, though, with a quick kill there onto Ast. He's now trying to keep that B site, as much of it in the hands as possible of the Mutineers right now. And Scumpy, once again, gets away with his life in these incredibly close situations. And this is the stuff that Magic is truly made of. This is COD greatness. You're in the presence of it, friends. Bomb's making a very, very quick transition, maybe towards A, but you got to watch out for Skies right now. I mean, that's a great spot to be in. The tags on the Prestini. Frosty takes care of Formal. 2 versus 4 right now. Huntsman, this is it.
Not a good position. Not a good position. Scump versus 4.
He has dead silence to work with. And here we go. Scumpy. Upstairs he goes. No one could have done it, not against the 4 Mutineers in those positions they had. And man, it was an incredible round to get them that far. But the Mutineers, they retain the record. They beat the Huntsmen once again. 6-4 in the final map. Are you not entertained, COD fans? Are you not entertained? What a series that was.
That's a frustrating one for the Huntsmen, especially when you start to find your footing. I think Scump there, when he found his foot, you started to see the way he was playing so aggressive, so kind of fluid. And Mutineers, credit to them, because they regained so fast after getting absolutely bodied piece by Scum. They went into the next round and they were just the same fantastic, great search and destroy team that they were. Incredible stuff from the Mutineers to close that one out. A big shock, a big upset, I feel here. Huntsmen certainly solidified in that top 3 team. Everyone was talking about which team was going to be, you know, in that final, winning this tournament. Huntsmen were certainly in that conversation. Mutineers, they weren't really. However, this is just round number 1. Huntsmen, certainly not out of the tournament just yet, but Mutineers, they do progress. And I'm saying right now in front of all you guys, if anyone has a bracket, perfect. Credit to you. You are maybe a little bit of a magician. I'll be honest with you. Today has been wild.
Today has truly been wild. We got our Scuff Player of the Game coming up in just a moment. We have a Scuff Player of the Game. Since Chicago lost, we have to give you a slightly different version of the Scuff Player of the Game, of course. This was insane. This is from round 10. And again, we were going to give you, of course, that Scump play, but hey, man, you don't quite get the win. Skies, once again, man, unreal stuff from him all series long. Crucial kills, crucial angles to be watched. That final few moments, there's Frosty picks up the kill on a Prestini. Scump, man, just try to make something special happen there, but the final few moments go down. You have to hand it to Skies, Phil. He's just brilliant right now. He's one of the best players in the league.
Yeah, consistent, dominant. This guy, he's just putting big numbers up in every single game mode. That's the thing that's so important about a great player, is someone who can be great across the board. You know, you can be good at hardpoint, you can be good at respawn, you can be good at S&D, like you can be those type of players. When you're just a fantastic player and such a strong asset to your team, it's when you're good across all 3 game modes. That's Skies for me, and that's, you know, the type of player he is a very exciting one, a staple in the Mutineers.
Yeah, real staple. One of the foundations of what that squad makes that squad so great. Once again, the win against the Chicago Huntsmen continue. It's not like they're farming them for points. They're very close, very difficult series, but nonetheless, incredible stuff there. What a series! Now we have a little bit of good news again for those of you who aren't quite a professional or aren't quite an amateur Call of Duty player, and you still want to get involved in the COD League. You certainly can. The U.S. Air Force invites you to head to game battles for the rest of the season to compete in 2v2 gunfight tournaments every single Wednesday. You and a friend can compete for your chance at $1,000, courtesy of the CDL as the winning duo. And again, you can see the results there. There's a couple of back-to-backs winners. We saw Scaravan and Riot pick up 2 wins there. Scaravan's actually a 3-time champion there, so don't forget, the Wednesday after this event, we can jump on board, play a bit of 2v2 gunfights, win some cash, and represent your hometown. Lovely stuff. Again, go to mlg.to/USAF once again there. Wow, Phil. Wow, what a day of games, man. I'm not going to let you speak, mate. We're going to a break. The Game Fuel marquee matchups coming up next. What a day it has been. We're far from over. Don't forget, we've got Empire going up against Røkkr coming up after the break. Don't miss it.